What's going on, Laker fans? Appreciate you guys tuning in. Lakers back in action starting tomorrow against the Golden State Warriors. What's the last video I did? Did a video on Sunday. Got a chance to connect with Kobe Price. We talked a little bit about the Lakers and just what to expect here in the second half. I did want to put one video up here for today, and then we'll get started tomorrow. It's right back to work. Took a couple days off of the radio station as well. Topic. I got one topic here. One topic that I want to get into. I want to talk about D'Angelo Russell and how he's basically potentially the key to the Lakers as far as how deep of a run that they can make. So I appreciate you guys being a part of the show and taking some time here to come on the channel. If it's the first time you're on the channel, welcome. Please subscribe to the channel. Obviously putting up a lot of Laker content. Also put up NBA content when I feel like it's relevant or I feel like people on this channel will want some of that information. Okay, so let's get started here. Why this is a topic for me is because Lakers right now are at an interesting spot. They really closed out before we got to the All-Star break. Lakers were playing some good basketball, and a lot of that has to do with D'Angelo Russell. And I heard, and I've mentioned this before, I heard James Worthy have this conversation on the postgame show on Spectrum. This was a couple games ago, whenever it was. It doesn't really matter which game it was, but it was just the idea and the concept that this was the conversation. I heard him say that D'Angelo Russell is the key. And it's like, all right, D'Angelo Russell, the key. What does he mean by that? What does he mean by D'Angelo Russell is the key? Nobody's saying that D'Lo is more important than LeBron. Nobody's saying that D'Lo is more important than Anthony Davis. But I think the point that James Worthy was trying to make is the Lakers go as far as D'Angelo Russell can take them. That if D'Angelo Russell is playing great basketball the rest of the regular season, like he has been, and I got some stats here that I want to share with you guys. If he's been playing this way, the way he has been, watch out for the Los Angeles Lakers. If he could do that in the postseason, watch out for the Los Angeles Lakers, or vice versa. Look at it the other way. If D'Lo's struggling, if things aren't going as planned, if D'Angelo Russell all of a sudden his shooting percentage has a dramatic drop off, if all of a sudden he's not as much of a facilitator that he's been for the Lakers, then we obviously got some major issues here. So there's a lot to, I think, unfold on this D'Angelo Russell branch. And here's the reality as far as D'Lo goes. Nobody can say over the last month and a half that he hasn't been great, that he hasn't been excellent, and he hasn't been a big reason to why the Lakers have kind of closed off this All-Star break on a really nice run. They're 4 games over 500, and I don't think the last time they were 4 games over 500, you got to look all the way back to when the Lakers were in that in-season tournament, hanging up a banner for an in-season tournament. So he's got a lot to do with what the success is, and I guess the question I'm asking the Laker fans out there, A, do you have confidence that D'Lo can continue to make this happen, and B, is he the key, like James Worthy was talking about, based on, obviously some of the information that I was given there. So let me share my screen here because I got some numbers here from D'Angelo Russell, and this is coming from Basketball Reference. So let me share this here with you guys here real quick. So here is Basketball Reference, and you look at Basketball Reference, and really what I was trying to pull here, and the reason why I pulled what I did pull, I just want to show what D'Lo's been doing basically for this stretch here. They had a loss right here against the Utah Jazz. That was game 40 of the season, where he dropped 39 for the Lakers. But I felt like since then, this is what D'Lo's been doing on a night-in, night-out basis. Here's a 14-6. Here's a 29-3-4. Here's a 20-7. Here's a 34-8. Here's a 27-10. He's been so consistent. Let me keep going here. Look at the stretch here for D'Angelo Russell. A 29, a 20, a 34, 27, 29, 28, 23. The assists kind of vary. They go from anywhere from, let's say, 4 being the lowest to about 10 being the highest. We're going to have a big number coming here pretty soon. Let's keep going. One of his worst games that he played was against the Atlanta Hawks. That's when I think the Lakers were arguably at one of the low points of the season. He only had 9 and 5 in that game. Follows that up with a 16 and 14. Okay, 16 and 4, nothing special here against the Knicks. 28 and 6 and 4. Look at some of his last few games. Didn't play in that game against Denver. It's why the Lakers lost the game. I didn't think they had a shot of winning that game if D'Lo wasn't there, especially with what he's been producing here. And then the last couple of games, he's got 30-5, a 21-3. And then how about this? Arguably my favorite stat line of D'Angelo Russell all season, 11, 17 assists and 19 rebounds for D'Lo. Needless to say, D'Angelo Russell has been excellent. He's been great. I don't think anybody can really complain at all. And as some people are skeptical about his game, or some people aren't crazy about D'Lo's game, I could put my hand up on this one as well. I think I've been very upfront about that for D'Angelo Russell, I haven't been crazy about D'Lo over his career, not just this stretch, but how am I going to have any complaints over what D'Lo's done over his last over the last month and a half? Here's a stat to keep in mind here: 0-5 without D'Lo this season. I picked this one up too. This was from StatMuse. The 5 games that D'Lo didn't play. He didn't play in a game against the Spurs. He didn't play in a game against the Pelicans. He didn't play in a game against Miami, Memphis, and Denver. Those are the 5 games that he has not played in this year. And in all 5 of those games, the Lakers lost. They're 0-5 without D'Angelo Russell. Just to give you some context here, I think they're 4-3 without LeBron James. So I'm not trying to tell you that one player is more important than the other. What I'm trying to tell you is that D'Lo's becoming more and more critical to this team. If I threw this question out to Laker fans, if I said, okay, who's more important? Is it Austin Reeves or D'Angelo Russell? At this stage, if you ask me this question, and this isn't a one versus the other, you're going to need both players. You're going to need both players to contribute. You're going to need both players to find ways to just provide winning basketball. I'm not trying to pin the two against each other, but what I'm trying to tell you is that I would tell you today, D'Lo is more important than Austin Reeves. The Lakers' success, if they're going to have success the rest of the season and in the playoffs, D'Lo is going to be such an important factor for the Lakers because of all these things that we've been talking about. And his productivity has been incredible over this last month and a half. And it's leading to winning basketball, where Austin Reeves might have a good game here or there. I don't know if that's the difference of the Lakers winning that game or not. I feel like D'Angelo Russell, at least we've reached the stage where with D'Lo, if he doesn't play well or have an impact type of game, the chances of Lakers winning that game is very, very difficult. So D'Lo has been amazing. D'Lo has been productive. The question is D'Angelo Russell the key to this Lakers team? And is it going to come down to, and I know there's a lot of factors that come down to health and what this guy's doing with that, but can we simplify this to just say, look, if D'Lo plays well, and if D'Lo's contributing, and if D'Lo, what he's doing on a night in, night out basis, his impact to this team is going to be more important than any of those other players aside from LeBron and Anthony Davis, based on what we've seen from D'Angelo Russell. So your guys' comments on that, feel free to comment. One quick thing that I am just going to point out here, and then I just want to kind of get this video up and get a few minutes with you guys. Lakers on the road, so they're back in action tomorrow. They're taking on the Golden State Warriors. It's actually kind of interesting here. It's 2 of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. The Golden State Warriors have won 8 of their last 10 games. They're a game over 500, and they're a game and a half behind the Lakers. The Lakers, they've won 7 of their last 10. They've won 3 in a row. They won 6 of 7 to get to this point. Lakers are sitting at 30-26. So tomorrow, right out the gate, is a big game. NBA All-Star break is completely done. So from this point moving forward, every game that the Lakers play is going to be so critical if they want to get out of that, that top 7 spot. They don't have much margin for error. They're going to have to win probably for every loss that they have, they're going to need 2 wins. And that's probably their only chance of getting out of these top 7. But more importantly, tomorrow against the Golden State Warriors, you either gain another game on the Warriors, give yourself some cushion like the Lakers have been able to do with the Utah Jazz. They're now 4 games clear of the Utah Jazz, or you fall one step closer to where the Warriors are and obviously risk. No team wants to be 9 or 10 as we get to the playoffs. That's all I got for today, Laker fans. Just wanted to throw this video out. I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Tomorrow will be a little bit tomorrow, I don't think I'm going to live stream that post-game show just because I'm not going to be able to do it right after the game or a half hour after the game, whatever it is. So expect tomorrow that I am going to have a video, but it's going to be a little bit later that I'll be able to post it. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Back in action tomorrow. Lakers taking on the Golden State Warriors. What do you think of D'Angelo Russell and obviously his impact on this team? Appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.